Which UFC champions would get an immediate rematch if they lost their next title fight? So first one, Pantoja, I'm gonna agree with yes. He's cleared out a lot of the division, lapped some of those top guys, and if Joshua Van beats him, unless it's like a first round KO, I think Pantoja definitely gets his rematch. Next, Merab, for the most part, I'll say yes. If Corey gets a highlight reel knockout or just dominates him, I don't think Merab would get one, and they'd probably do Sandhagen versus Jan too. But if it's a competitive fight and Corey wins, Merab would get his rematch. Then Volk, no. As great as he is, probably the greatest featherweight of all time, he already got the vacant title shot after 2 straight losses, and this is probably his last title reign. So if he loses his next title fight, I do think he retires. Next, Ilia Topuria, I'm pretty 50-50 on this one. Would he deserve an immediate rematch with no lightweight title defenses? Absolutely not. But is he the biggest star in the UFC right now? Yes. So I think if Paddy or Gaethje pull it off, Ilia probably gets one. Unless Islam comes back down to lightweight, then he would jump Ilia. Then JDM, no chance. There's too many welterweight contenders. He just got the belt, and he's not that big of a star. Next, Hamza, I want to say no for the most part, but I could see a similar scenario to Ilia. He is a huge star, and let's say he's winning a fight and then out of nowhere gets finished, he probably would get a rematch. But if he gets dominated, definitely not. Next, Magomed Ankalaev, this is a tricky one. Would he deserve a trilogy with Pereira since it'd be 1-1? Absolutely. But does the UFC want Ankalaev as their champion? Probably not. So I think if Pereira wins the rematch, they'll probably do Pereira versus the winner of Yuri and Khalil, even though he's beaten both. And lastly, Tom Aspinall, I'm going to say no. He just got promoted to Undisputed Champion, and he's not as big of a star as someone like Ilia. He's not a dominant champion like Pantoja. And if Ciryl Gane pulls it off, this is going to be a pretty hot take. But I think the UFC does Gane versus Jones too, and John Jones comes back.